Good evening and welcome back. Thank you very much for listening to this. And today we will discuss about Bible and it will be 1 Kings 9. Okay, let's start. The Lord appears to Solomon when Solomon had finished building the temple of the Lord and the royal palace and had achieved all that had desired to do. The Lord appeared to him a sound time as he had appeared to him a Gibeon. The Lord said to him, I have heard the prayer and plea you have made before me. I have consecrated this temple which you have built by putting my name there forever. My eyes and my heart will always be there. As for you, if you walk before me faithfully, have integrity of heart and uprightness, as David your father did, and you all I command, and observe my decrees and laws. I will establish your royal throne over Israel forever. As I promised David your father, and I said, you shall never fall to have a successor on a crown of Israel. But if you on your descendants turn away from me and do not observe the commands and decrees I have given you, and go off to serve other gods and worship them, I will cut off Israel from the land I have given them, and will reject these temple I have consecrated for my name Israel. You will then become beyond and an object of ridicule among all peoples. This temple will become a heap of rubble. All who pass by will be appalled and will scoff and say, why has the Lord done such a thing to this land and to this temple? People will answer, because they have forsaken the Lord their good, who brought their ancestors of Egypt, and have embarrassed of gods, worship and serving them. That is why the Lord brought all the disaster on them. Solomon's other activities. At the end of 20 years, during which Solomon built these two buildings, the temple of the Lord and the royal palace, King Solomon gave 20 years in Galilee to Hiram, king of Tyre, because Hiram had supplied him with all the cedar and juniper and gold he wanted. But when Hiram went from Tyre to see the town of Solomon had given him, he was not pleased with him. What kind of towns are these you have given me, my brother? He asked, and he called them the land of Kabul. A name they have to this day. Now Hiram had sent the king 120 talents of gold. Here is the account of the forced labor. King Solomon conscripted to build the Lord's temple, his own palace of terrace, the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor, Megiddo, and Gezer. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had attacked and captured Gezer. He had set it on fire. He killed the Canaanite inhabitants and then gave it as a wedding gift to his daughter, Solomon's wife, and Solomon's rebuilt Gezer. He built up Lower Beth Horon, Bilats, and Tadmor is a desert with, within his land, as well as all the store cities and the towns for his chariots and for his horses, wherever he desired to build a Jerusalem to Lebanon and throughout all the territory he ruled. There were still people left from the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. These peoples were not Israelites. Solomon conscripted the descendants of all these peoples remaining in the land whom these Israelites could not exterminate to serve as slave labor as it is to this day. But Solomon did not make slaves of any of the Israelites. There were his fighting men, his government officials, his officers, his contains, and the commanders of his chariots and charioteers. They were also the chief officials of church of Solomon's projects, 550 officials supervising those who did the work. Okay, that's it today. Next session will come back. At this moment, take care. Bye bye.